What's going on guys, this is Kedar here. Today in this video, what will happen when a husband dies? Does the wife still get the social security disability benefits survivor benefit amount? How your spouse earn social security survivor's benefit? Other family members eligible for this one? A surviving divorced spouse, a special lump sum death payment, who will receive the benefit? We will cover all the important details regarding SSI, SSA, social security disability. We have got all the details. So guys, before we start this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for latest stimulus social security updates. Turn on that bell notification so you won't miss any of our videos. Hit that like, and with that being said, let's get right into it. So if you are the survivor, and just as you plan for your family's protection if you die, you should consider the social security benefits that may be available if you are the survivor, that is the spouse, child, or a parent or a worker who dies. Well, that person must have worked long enough under social security to qualify for these benefits. So how your spouse earn social security survivors benefit? Well, a worker can earn up to 4 credits each year. For example, in 2022, your spouse can earn 1 credit for each 1,510 of wages or self-employment income. When your spouse has earned $6,040, they have earned their 4 credits for the year. And the number of credits needed to provide this benefit for survivors totally depends on the worker's age when they die, and no one needs more than 40 credits, that is the 10 years of work, in order to be eligible for the social security benefit. But the younger the person is, the fewer credit they must have for the family members to receive the survivor's benefit. Some survivors can get benefits if the worker has credit for 1 or 1.5 years of work, that is 6 credits in 3 years just before the death. Each person's situation is totally different, and you need to talk to one of their 4 representatives about their choices. And speaking of, when a family member dies, you should notify them as soon as possible when a person dies in your family. However, you cannot report a death or apply for survivor's benefit online. So in most of the cases, the funeral home will report the person's death to them, and you should give them the funeral home deceased person social security number if you want them to make the report. And if you need to report a death or apply for the benefits, you can call at 1-800-772-1213. Alternatively, you can call on 1-800-325-0778, and you can speak to their representative between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday through Friday. And you can also contact your local social security office if you can. And speaking of, do they pay for the death benefits? Well, a one-time lump sum death payment of $255 can be paid to surviving spouse if they were living with the deceased, but if they are living apart, they were receiving a certain social security benefits on their deceased record. And if there is no surviving spouse, the payment is made to child who is eligible for this benefit on the deceased record in this month of the death. And well, what happened to the deceased received monthly benefits? Well, in that case, if the deceased was receiving social security benefits, then you must return a benefit received for the month of the death and any later months. For example, if the person dies in July, you must return the benefits you paid in the August. And how you return the benefit depends upon your deceased received benefits. For the refunds received by direct deposit, contact the bank or other financial institution and request any funds received from the month of the death or later to be returned to them. And benefits received by the checks must be returned to them as soon as possible. And they say do not cash any checks received for the month in which the person dies or later. Now, speaking of the who will receive the benefit? Well, a certain family member may be eligible to receive the monthly benefits, including a widow or widower of age 60 years or older, or a person have a disability age 50 or older is also considered. And a surviving divorced spouse under certain circumstances, or a widow or widower at any age who is carrying the deceased child who is under age 16 or has a disability and receiving the child benefits. Also, an unmarried child of the deceased who is one of the following, that is the younger than age 18 or up to age 19 if they are full-time student in an elementary or secondary school, and age 18 or older with disability eligibility that began before the age 22. Also, speaking of, are other family members eligible for this one? In certain circumstances, following family members may be eligible. So, a stepchild, grandchild, step grandchild, or adopted child. Also, parents age 62 or older who were dependent on the deceased for the last half of their support, and eligible family members may be eligible to receive the survivor's benefit for the month of that beneficiary has died. Speaking of the widow or widower, if you are widow or widower, a person who worked long enough under social security, you can receive reduced benefit as early as age 60. Also, you can begin receiving the benefits as early as age 50 if you have the disability and the disability started before or within the 7 years of the worker's death. Also, you can receive the benefits at any age if you have not remarried and you take care of the deceased worker child who is under age 16 or has disability, and the child benefits are received. And well, if you remarry after the age 60 or age 50 for people having disability, then your remarriage will not affect your eligibility for survivor's benefit. You cannot apply for online for this one, so you should contact them at 1-800-772-1213 or 1-800-325-0778 if you wish to apply for the disability benefits as a survivor. You can speed up the disability application process if you complete the adult disability report and have it available at the time of your appointment. And speaking of the few other situations that may be applicable, well, first, a surviving divorced spouse. If you are the divorced spouse of a worker who dies, you could get benefits of the same as a widow or widower provided that your marriage lasted 10 years or more. If you remarry after you reach the age 60 or age 50 if you are disabled, the remarriage will not affect your eligibility for the survivor benefit. Also, if you are carrying a child under age 16 or who has a disability and child gets the benefit on the record of your former spouse, you would not have to meet the length of a marriage rule, and the child must be your former spouse or naturally or legally adopted child. The next, minor or child with a disability. If you are unmarried child under age 18 of a worker who dies, then you can be eligible to receive Social Security survivor's benefit, and you can be eligible if you are up to 19 years age old and attending elementary school or secondary school full time. For your parents, if you are the dependent parent who is at least 62 years old of a worker who dies, you may be eligible to receive the Social Security survivor benefit. You must have been receiving at least half of your support from your working child. Also, you must not be eligible to receive retirement benefit that is higher than the benefit we could pay on your child's record. So generally, you must have not have married after your deceased adult child death. However, there are some exceptions. Also, next, survivor benefit amount. Now, speaking of the survivor benefit amount, here are some examples of the benefits survivors may receive. So, a widow or widower at full retirement age or older, they will get 100% of the deceased worker's benefit amount, or a widow or widower at age 60 on a full retirement age, they will receive 71% and half to 99% of the deceased worker basic amount. Also, with a disability age 50 through 59, they can get 71.5%, and a person at any age caring for a child under age 16 can get 75%, while a child under age 18 and age 19 if still in elementary or secondary school who has a disability can get 75%. Dependent parent of the deceased worker that is age 62 or older may receive 82.5% for one surviving parent. For two surviving parents, it's 75% to each parent, and percentage for the surviving divorced spouse would be as the same as above. There may also be a special lump sum death benefit. Speaking of the maximum family amount, there is a limit to the amount family members can receive in each month. Amount varies but generally equal to or between 150% and 180% of the basic benefit rate. And speaking of a special lump sum death payment, surviving spouse or child may receive the special lump sum death payment of $255 if they meet certain requirements. Well, the lump sum amount is paid to the surviving spouse living with the same household as the worker when they died. If they are living apart from the surviving spouse, they can still receive the lump sum if during the month the worker has died, they meet one of the following. They were already receiving the benefits on the worker's record. Also, if they become eligible for the benefits upon the worker's death, if there is no eligible spouse, lump sum death can be paid to the worker's child during the month worker died. If child met one of the criteria, if he was already receiving the benefit on worker's record or became eligible for the benefit upon worker's death. For all the details, you can call onto this number and contact your local social security office physically if you can. There it is guys. I hope this video was helpful. So make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that like, share this video and turn on that bell notification so you won't miss any of our latest updates. And this is Kedar from How to Guys signing out.